League matchup between Lietkabelis and Sassari. So here we are, game day 8 of the Basketball Champions League in Group A. We're approaching the business end of proceedings and teams are starting to make their plays for those playoff positions. Sassari won the reverse of this fixture on the opening day, only by a point though, so we're expecting a real battle here this evening. Both these teams targeting those elusive, wonderful postseason playoff places here in the Basketball Champions League. So here is our schedule for this evening. As you can see, only one game today. All the other 3 are tomorrow. Torrent take on Manresa. Turk Telekom welcome Holon, and Oostend will take on Strasbourg at home. Those 3 games tomorrow. Lietkabelis enter the game on the back of a 3-game winning streak, while Sassari actually had a 4-game winning streak snapped last week against Manresa. It makes the standings interesting reading. As you can see, Sassari sit in 3rd, although they have the same record as the top team. And Lietkabelis sit in 5th with a 3-win, 4-loss record, just outside that magical top 4 spot. But a win this evening could change the fortunes of both these teams. As you see, Sassari warming up. They are impressive on the offensive end. 3 players averaging double digits in this year's Basketball Champions League. They also have a very experienced roster indeed. Only 2 players under 26 years old within their 12 men kitted up. Here's their roster, and it really is the front court duo of Pierre and Evans that have been impressive this year, averaging 14.6 points and 17.3 points respectively. There is maybe a little weakness, it's the offensive production from the backcourt, but that said, you can't take your eyes off Curtis Geralds. He certainly can be a handful. As for the home team, Lietkabelis, that man there's Jelko Sakic, will have a big part to play, no doubt about that. It's hard to look past him. 19 points, 6.6 rebounds per game for him. This really is quite a high IQ basketball team, and if they can take control of the tempo of the game, they're certainly a force to be reckoned with here in the Basketball Champions League. That said, they don't have the natural firepower within their roster offensively to deal out a high-scoring game. But alongside Sakic, look out for his backcourt partner in crime, Thomas Dimsha. He's shooting impressive 46% from the perimeter, and when he starts warming up, things seem to go the right way for Lietkabelis. Just waiting now for player introductions here in the arena. Always interesting when you enter the second half of the regular season within the Basketball Champions League. Teams obviously know each other, they've played each other before. There's a little bit more complexity around the situation, points difference and, you know, head-to-head results, those kind of things start to play into proceedings. So Sassari are going to be introduced to the crowd now, and they do have a good away record. They've won their last 2 road games in the Basketball Champions League. That said, they've never won 3 away games in a row, so they'll be looking to break that this evening. Very hotly tipped as well, currently sitting 6th in the official power rankings for this year's Basketball Champions League, so a team that's expected to progress to the latter stages for sure. The coaching staff with smiles on their faces. They'll be hoping those smiles last for the entire evening and that they get back on their plane later this evening just as happy. But here comes the home team now, Lietkabelis. As I said, they're on a 3-game winning streak. It's their best ever streak in the Basketball Champions League. And as I said, if they take control of the game, determine where it's played from, they can beat anyone on their evening. Another key to their performance is if they can make it to the free throw line. They have the best free throw shooting percentage in the entire competition. They're averaging 83.6% from the free throw line, near automatic. Only ranked 20th in the power rankings, but that's more down to their slow start to this year's competition. They had 4 losses to start things off before winning their first game in game day 5 against Torrent at home. But like I said, they've had 3 wins since then, so expect them to move up the power rankings in the coming weeks as we see the coaching staff shaking hands. Players now will go to centre court to exchange gifts as well. It's the thing you'll see in European basketball, plenty of familiar faces with one another. The Lietkabelis players throw some gifts into the crowd for the home fans who are just taking to their seats now. Just about 4 minutes before the opening tip-off here. Both teams enter the final phases of their warm-up. A little bit of heartbreak last week for Sassari. They went down by just a single point in Manresa. If they'd won that game, that would have put them top of the table. As it is, though, they currently sit in 3rd place. Tons of talent in this team, though, and as I say, tip to make it to the latter stages. You wouldn't want to put money against them potentially featuring in the wonderful Final Four weekend that we have here in the Basketball Champions League. As for Lietkabelis, as things stand, the odds would probably be against them being there, but having seen them play a few games this season, I would not put money against Lietkabelis battling, fighting and hustling their way all the way through to those latter stages themselves. So we really are set for what should be a wonderful game here this evening in Bcl in Lithuania. Here are our officials for this evening: Wojciech Liska, Martin Horozov and Thomas Bcl from Poland, Bulgaria and France respectively. We'll be making sure everything is above board and by the rule book. As I was saying, Sassari, plenty of talent, hotly tipped, but form and talent and all these things mean nothing if you can't get it done on the hardwood in the 40 minutes midweek. It's certainly a different challenge, the travelling and, you know, recovery from their domestic games at the weekend. These all play their part. Here's a starting 5 for Sassari: Spisu, Bilan, Sorokas, Pierre, Vitali. That's their starting 5. Plenty of talent, firepower in that starting 5, and as I said, plenty of experience as well. Coach Pozzecco there, plenty of success as a player, including an Olympic silver medal back in the 2004 games. It's his first season in charge as Sassari. I'm sure he's reasonably happy with their performance in the BCL so far. We jump to the other end of the floor for Lietkabelis. That's Coach Chanak. He's in his 2nd season at the helm of Lietkabelis, and he knows that for the home team here, the Basketball Champions League playoffs really is a minimum. Here's their starting 5: Sakic, Lietkabelis, Sejus, Dimša and Valinskas. Pretty impressive starting 5. As I say, Sakic and Dimša to look out for. We do have to give some respect to Lietkabelis as well. Plays with some pace and some tenacity. Does the veteran. Coach Chanak, plenty of playing experience as well. Had a 19-year playing career as a pro. Only his 3rd season as a head coach, but already plenty of success under his belt, and earned himself a huge amount of respect around European basketball as Coach Chanak. Thoughtful gaze there from Coach Pozzecco. And while we get ready for tip-off, remember, the best way to stay up to date with all things Basketball Champions League is to download the official Basketball Champions League app, available on iOS and Android. There's all your stats and your highlights and your news. Get that downloaded. Definitely the best companion along our journey here in the Basketball Champions League. So get your phones out, free to download. Make sure you've got it on your phone today. Just waiting for a couple formalities to be completed before we can get started here. As Vitali is last onto the floor. Yeah. Handshakes, and it looks like we're ready to go. Well, looks like a full start on the tip-off. Looks like the ball was slightly to the left. We'll rerun that one. So here we go, underway, game day 8, Group A action of the Basketball Champions League. Lietkabelis at home to Sassari. Big games now, every single week. Thrown away by Sakic straight away. Early turnover for the home team. And Vitali will take the ball on the baseline. He inbounds it, Spisu. To Vitali. Nice movement here early on from Sassari. Spisu now. Oh, nice little short range. And he might be undersized. Spisu standing just 184 centimeters tall. But he has every trick in the book to get shots away. A wonderful selection of angles and looks he can create for himself. Sakic now for Lietkabelis to Dimsha. Dimsha drives to the baseline, door closed on him. Sayas picks it up at the elbow. He hands it off to Valinskas, gets it away just in time. Dimsha's going to try and grab the offensive ball, but can only knock it out of bounds. And Lietkabelis' offense looks a little bit stagnant in their opening play. In fact, you see Sayas and Valinskas go for the same rebound. Spisu hands it to Vitali. Now into the hands of Sorokas. Screen set from Bcl. Back to Sorokas, inside to Bcl. Nice ball movement here early on from Sassari. Nice and confident. Sorokas goes old school to the basket though. Just bangs his way into the paint. Floats to the right hand. And Sassari take an early 4-point lead. Dimsha, step back jumper. No good. Rebounding battle, I think that's come off the hands of Sayas. Martina Sayas. Probably the focal big man for Lietkabelis. He'll work hard on the boards this evening. That time, Jean-Pierre got the better of him. Yeah, lane opens up for him. Oh, tries to scoop the pass around, but doesn't quite get the angle. And Sorokas looks to have fallen a little bit ungainly off the end of the baseline. Sorry, Bcl. Looks to be all right, though. Goes back to Lietkabelis. To Dimsha. Sayas going to set the screen for him. Space is there, but he doesn't take it this time, Dimsha. Scoots it round. Free throw line jumpers turned down by Sayas. Instead, he just goes into the trees. Only 3 on the shot clock left. Valinskas is going to have to take a really tough shot. He's short with that attempt, and Sassari defense is all engulfing at the moment. Spisu waiting for the screen from Bcl. Goes inside and it opens up again, and you can't give him that space. He's a master of finding his way to the basket, Marco Spisu. Dimsha. Offensive foul is going to be called on Sayas though, and the bad start goes from bad to worse for Lietkabelis. Change is made already by Coach Chanak. Maldunas will come in for Sayas. Bcl now. Nice ball movement here. And Pierre gets inside and finishes it the way he knows how. And that's just great team offense from Sassari. Finished with authority there from Pierre. Wow, what a start to the game for Sassari, up by 8. Lietkabelis with the timeout. Let's listen to the huddle. Pretty much just a rallying cry there from Coach Chanak. Just really wants to see a bit of passion, a bit of heart from his players. It's certainly lacking in that opening moments of this game. They did make a personnel change this week, releasing Stefan Sinovets. He wasn't a major part of the puzzle for Lietkabelis, the veteran guard, but maybe that's dislodged things a little bit as we see a replay of the wonderful cut to the basket from Daishon Pierre. Averaging just shy of 15 points a game, the 26-year-old. Maldunas hands it back to Dimsha. Sakic working so hard to get open, and see some defense there being played from Bilan. In fact, Sorokas, I think it was, didn't get called for the foul as he worked so hard to deny the pass to Sakic, and you can tell Sassari understand what a big deal Željko Sakic is to Lietkabelis, how important he is to what they do. Belinskas, Sakic tries to find space inside, but the defense almost steals it away. Shot clock at 3. Dimsha steps to the left, jacks up the shot, it's no good, and extends high, Pierre. But he's on the floor now, and he's in a bit of a wrestle for possession. Belinskas steals it back. Sakic! And the opening 2 points of the game for Lietkabelis has taken almost 4 minutes to score. Bcl now back to Bilan. Sorokas. To Pierre. Oh, and he hits a 3. He's warmed up early. 5 points for Daishon Pierre. Belinskas now. Balling for the screen. Maldunas obliges. Sakic not open for the jumper. Tries to step inside, but the defense from Sassari is just way too much for Lietkabelis at the moment. And that's what's stemming everything. That's the foundation for Sassari's 9-point lead at the moment, is that Lietkabelis are finding nothing on the offensive end. It's just a sea of green in front of them. Bcl now. Oh, nice pass. As Bilan slips through. Really just a kind of screen and slashes to the basket, and that caused the mismatch issues, and Maldunas will pick up his first foul. Second team foul of the quarter for Lietkabelis. And Miro Bilan, the Croatian, just plays old school back to the basketball when he needs to. It's certainly effective so far this evening. Italy. Charlie now. Down inside, Bilan wide open. And the Lietkabelis defense is almost as bad as their offense at the moment. 11-point lead, 5 minutes gone here. Belinskas now. Sakic for 3. And that's what they need. Željko Sakic has made a habit of putting the team on his back. Bcl pass inside, it's knocked away though. Going to stay in possession of Sassari. Sakic, big plays on both ends of the floors now. Scored all 5 of Lietkabelis' points so far, as we see Lietkabelis head back to the bench. Romantis has come in. It's going to be Lietkabelis ball, and this is often the way if you're struggling on the offensive end. It sounds counterintuitive, but crank up the intensity defensively and you'll see possessions come your way and you'll get momentum to get your offensive kick started. Valinskas now looks to go inside, and it's absolutely awful pass. He really didn't let Lekunis establish himself in the low post before putting the pass in. A lot of work and a lot of things for Coach Chanak there to be thinking about right now. Spisu now, Sorokas, the Bcl. Spisu long, 3 is good! And he's going to draw the foul from Thomas Lekunis as well. Spisu will head to the line for the bonus shot. Really the heartbeat in the backcourt for Sassari so far here this evening. Won the Europe Cup last year with the team. So obviously has a taste of winning and wants that to continue again this year. It's the bonus shot and takes his personal tally to 7, and the Sassari lead out to 12. Sakic now, back to Romantis. Into the corner. Quick hands here by Kunistin. Sorry, Valinskas. Oh, he puts the brick up for 3 though. Didn't hit the ring, and the shot clock ran out. And Lietkabelis at the moment are really, really struggling offensively. Miles off target there with the shot clock running down. Charlie there hands it back to Bcl. He's going to hand it off to Pierre. To Bcl, and Bcl once again back to the basket, stolen away by Sakic, so that's good defense. He didn't fully double down, just stepped in to make Bcl's night a little bit tougher. Romantis to Valinskas, inside, nice pass, and well received by Maldunas, and he gets the 2, and Lietkabelis are going to fight their way back into this one. Sakic almost steals the inbound pass, but instead they've now got an overload inside. Pierre just skips his way through the paint for the easy 2. Lekunis now looking for options in front of him. Nothing's really stepping out. Foul's going to be called. Vitali. See the shot fake, and it's Vitali really just walking through the screen set by Maldunas. Always love when players put their hands up like that's the only bit of their body that can foul, and we'll see Curtis Geralds for the first time in this game. Veteran point guard, averaging just shy of 10 points a game. Certainly brings a different dynamic to Sassari. It's going to fall to Sakic for 3. He's off short. The putback is no good from Lekunis. Sassari now. And the 3 from Vitali is no good either, and the game's opened up a little bit here. A little bit scrappy, really, but it's opened up now. Ball into the post to Lekunis. Lekunis spins against Geralds, hands it off, but the 2 is good for Maldunas. And Lietkabelis are fighting their way tooth and nail back into this one. They've brought the Sassari lead down to just 10 now. As we see Jamel McLean there not able to stop the score from Maldunas, and the timeout has been called by Coach Pozzecco. Let's jump into that Sassari timeout and hear what he has to say. Always interesting when you see coaching staffs, both sides, calling timeouts early in the game. Remember, still over 2 minutes left in this first quarter, and both coaches have burnt a timeout already. I understand from both sides why they did. Lietkabelis obviously had a shocking start to the game, and Coach Chanak wanted to deal with that. And from Coach Pozzecco's side and Sassari, you've seen Lietkabelis starting to find some momentum and just wanted to call a halt to that as quickly as he could. Lietkabelis coming out of the timeout with a bit of full court pressure, and a 5-second violation is going to be called on Gentile. Gentile has introduced himself to the game with a turnover. That's never going to be appreciated from his coach. Maldunas now goes inside. Lituani with the big spin move as he floats to the basket. He's knocked away though, and Gentile is going to get called for the foul. So his first two scratches on the box score are a turnover and a foul. Third team foul of the quarter for Sassari. Olajabi now will come into the game as Sakic takes a break for Lietkabelis. Lituani connects with the first of his two, 85% from the free throw line. And as I said in the build-up, Lietkabelis, the best free throw shooting team in the entire tournament. It is somewhere, if you are playing against them, that you need to keep them away from. You will give up easy points to them. The second as well. Gentile uses the screen set by Sorokas, as we saw Valinskas fall to the hardwood there. No call from the officials though, rightfully so. Vitali now to McLean, across to Gentile. Vitali floats inside, and the foul's going to be called on Thomas Lituani. Ask him what is the call for. The blocking foul, he stepped across the driver. The fourth team foul of the quarter for Lietkabelis. Second personal foul for Lituani. Oh, and it's a smart move really from Vitali. He's read the situation and drawn the foul expertly there. Vitali inside, floats to the basket. Didn't really want to take the shot. He was looking for the pass, but had to take it eventually, and the offensive foul is going to be called on Lituani. Silly foul from him. He's just got frustrated there. He's let it get to his head. He's going to see him head to the bench on 3 fouls and send Vitali to the line, and couldn't be more obvious. He can wave his arms around all he wants. It's an absolutely stupid foul from him. He's going to earn himself some bench time and Sassari possession. Tilo now, ball in hand, and Dimsha's now going to get called to the foul, and Vitali is absolutely causing mayhem at the moment, as doesn't seem to appear that anyone on the Lietkabelis team can defend him legally at the moment. He's earned himself a trip to the line. That's Vitali's first points of the game. Not the best of free throw shooters, just 69% from the free throw line so far this season. He heads to the bench, and in comes Bcl. Bcl, the youngest player on the roster, just 21 years old for Sassari. We'll be happy to be getting early minutes here as Sassari hold a 10-point lead with a little over a minute left in this first quarter. Valinskas now. Olajabi looks to set the screen but gets waved away. They're looking to find Maldunas in the low post, but the help is there, and there's quick hands from Gentile. But he can only knock it out of bounds, so it's going to remain in possession of Lietkabelis. They've only got 3 seconds on the shot clock left though, and I don't know if it's the colour green, but it just seems to be more than 5 players on the floor on the defensive end for Sassari. They are absolutely sprawling. Dimsha now floats inside, has it stripped away, draws the foul with 0 seconds left on the shot clock. Corelli is going to get called for the foul. That will send Dimsha to the line. 71% free throw shooter Thomas Dimsha, averaging 12.4 points per game. Had a season high against Torren back in game day 5, 19 points, had 6 assists that day as well. There's a real ability to be a game changer for Lietkabelis, Thomas Dimsha. Gets the roll on the second one as well. Down to just single digits now, the lead for Sassari. 47 seconds remaining here in the first quarter. And Olujabi's going to get called for the foul, and that's going to send Sassari back to the free throw line. They've been there plenty already, as Lietkabelis' defense is being played primarily with their hands rather than their feet. You can see there as he just puts the left elbow across Gentile's body. But Gentile will go back to the line for free throw shots. Two-time All-Star in the Italian league, Stefano Gentile, in 2013 and 2014. And a rebounding battle ensued there as Maldunas was fouled by Evans. That's going to send Maldunas to the line for 2 shots. Certainly one of the cleverer players in the Basketball Champions League, Gabrielis Maldunas, graduated Dartmouth University in 2015, obviously part of the Ivy League. His first season here in Lietkabelis, his first experience of the Basketball Champions League as well this season. He's doing the job, 5.3 points, but more importantly, 4.3 rebounds per game for him. Still a 10-point lead for Sassari, though. Gerald's now looking for options in front of him. Nothing there. Comes back out to Evans. Goes inside. McLean. Good ball movement here. He's going to get it back in the paint. And the easy 2 off the glass as the shot clock was running down. 20 seconds left in the first quarter. What can Lietkabelis do? It's been a tough first 10 minutes for them. Romantis uses the Maldunas screen, feeds it inside though. Dimsha catch and shoot 3. Off target, Maldunas with the rebound, but the clock's going to run out. And at the end of the first quarter, it's been pretty much a one-sided affair here in Panevėžys. Lietkabelis 12, Sassari 24. There shooting percentages, as you can see, Lietkabelis 1 from 6 from outside. Trying to line it up from the perimeter, but no joy early on in this game. So much work for Coach Chanak to do in the quarter break here. They trail by 12 after 10 minutes. Coach Pozzecco there for Sassari will be relatively happy with how things have gone. Marcos Bisu has certainly played his part, as that man there, Pierre. Had a strong start to the game. He's on 7 points, as well as a rebound to his name. But leading all scorers is Marco Bisu. He has 8 points and an assist. As for Lietkabelis, the usual suspects, Jelko Sakic with 5 points. He's leading their offensive output. A tough offensive quarter there for Lietkabelis. On the defensive end, things didn't go much better. Sassari opened up a 12-point lead after 10 minutes. It's their biggest lead of the game. See the 4-point play there from Marco Spisu. Catch, shoot, draw the contact. Sure, he fell over reasonably easily, but there certainly was contact. Look at the intricate offense here from Sassari. It really is a joy how they play team basketball offensively. So, the second quarter underway here in Panevėžys as Lietkabelis trail by 12 after 10 minutes against the Italians. Sassari. Gerals calls the offense inside McLean, but it's thrown away. I don't think he was expecting Evans to make the cut along the baseline. If he'd seen him, though, it would have been wide open, and it certainly would have been a highlight play. Mantis goes to Sayus, Olajabi, and Lietkabelis seems to have come out with a bit more energy. Dimsha now inside, but he was out of bounds. Mantis hadn't established his feet back in bounds before receiving the pass. So it's going to be a turnover ball, and that's exactly how they started the first quarter, with a turnover ball. As you can see, though, he's even standing out of bounds when he receives the pass. Huge amount of turnovers for both teams in this first 10.5 minutes. Evans has it knocked away. Mantis now. Dimsha. Dimsha tries to get the pass across to Lietkabelis, but it's intercepted by McLean. Smile on his face. Mantis now inbounds it to Dimsha. Olajabi back to Dimsha, and Lietkabelis relatively patient, and that's a nice backdoor cut, but the pass couldn't be collected. Olajabi puts the jumper up. Rebounding battle is won by Pierre in the end. Curtis Gerals now for Sassari. Inside, McLean, almost a travel to Pierre. He's off target as Lietkabelis and Sayus double down on him. Ball's going to stay in Sassari's possession, though. Pass to McLean. And Tile feeds him back in the low post. Wow, whips that one to the far corner. The jumper's no good, but once again, Pierre is there to scoop up the rebound, and Pierre is all over the boards this evening, working hard. That's his 4th rebound of the game. Baseline ball for Sassari, and Lietkabelis already in the team foul situation as Dimsha there picks up his 2nd foul, and we're not even 90 seconds into the quarter. They've already committed their allocation of fouls. Could be an awful lot of trips to the free throw line here for Sassari. Evans working hard in the low post. Wow, just pure strength, hustle and intensity there from Dwayne Evans. Leading scorer for Sassari, averaging over 17 points a game in the Basketball Champions League, Dwayne Evans. Foul's going to be called, though. I think that might be on Evans as he ploughed through Valinskas. Good sportsmanship there from Sassari, helping Valinskas back to his feet. And Evans going to get blown for that one. First team foul of the quarter for Sassari, though. Unlike Lietkabelis. Romantis now uses the Sayus screen. Back to Valinskas. Oh, nice step back 3 from Valinskas, but the step back was a little bit too far and his shot came up short. Romantis inside to Sayus, going against Evans, and there really is a battle of strength, but that one's going to be waved away as Sayus gets blown for the travel. And things continue to go against Lietkabelis here in the second quarter. They trail by 14 now. And offensively, they really have no way of breaking the wall of green down at the moment. Gerald's now. McLean. For Pierre. Oh, and Pierre hits the big three. And he just twists the knife a little bit more in the side of Lietkabelis, causing them a bit more pain. Extends their lead further now, up to 17. No real surprise, Coach Chanak will call the timeout. Needs to change something before this gets out of hand. Let's go straight into their Lietkabelis huddle. Different look there from Coach Chanak in that timeout, looking at some of the details. And sometimes when you trail by such an amount, things aren't going your way. It does pay dividends to almost ignore the score. It sounds crazy, counterintuitive, but sometimes just forget what the score is and go back to possession by possession basketball. If you win a few of those possessions, you'll quickly see the score takes care of itself. Sakic back in the game. That's a big move for Lietkabelis. He really is the heart and soul of the team. Lietkabelis now off target. Oh, wonderful rebound by Sias. Used his left hand to box out McLean, and his right hand to pull down the rebound, and that just shows the strength of Martinez Sias. A young big man. In his first season for Lietkabelis, but I'm sure his stock is going up after some big performances. 13.7 rebounds against Torrent back in game day 5. When you're a big man, it doesn't hurt that you're shooting 88% from the free throw line either. Both to go. You can see some slightly frustrated and almost bewildered faces in the stands as their team trail by 15 with only 13 minutes gone. Crossover is strong from Pierre, but he comes up short with his shot attempt. Balinskas now looking for Sias to post up, but Evans is working hard to deny that. Sias will set the screen instead, and backcourt violation is going to get called on Balinskas. He's saying it was a foul. Needs to give the ball up though. Backcourt's been called. It was a clear call, the right call. The defensive hustle from Curtis Gerald's worked for Sassari there. Gerald feeds McLean inside. McLean going to work. Double team comes down, but McLean makes it count. He knew that the defense was going to hustle across to him, takes a dribble, and the pump fake is enough to get Sias in the air, not just in the air, but moving forward. That's Sias' second foul. And Jamel McLean with the chance to get the bonus point as Normantis goes to the bench for Lietkabelis. And Marius Balinskas comes into the action. McLean can't get the bonus point to go though. Real high caliber player, Jamel McLean. MVP in the German League back in 2015 for Alba Berlin. Sassari have certainly brought in real talent there. Played for Lokomotiv Kuban in Russia last season. Evans comes back to McLean. And Thiele knocked off balance. He's saying that his arm was knocked. A real hype player, Stefano Gentile. As coach Pozzecco is in the ear of the official as well. Valinskas now for Lietkabelis. He's 20 years old, Marius Valinskas. Paulius Valinskas, 24. Now into Sakic. Oh, nice move along the baseline from Željko Sakic. And it just shows, doesn't need to be complicated. It was just a simple pivot that opened the baseline up for Sakic. And that completely undid the Sassari defense. Oh, it was just before that. If we come to the replay maybe a second earlier, we'd have seen that wonderful pivot just to open his body up and get him the baseline. As Michaela Vitali will come back into the game. He certainly caused problems in his last spell. Officials blow the whistle. They're not happy, I think, with Vitali entering the lane while Sakic was in his free throw form. Doesn't really matter to Željko Sakic, he still trains the free throw. Absolutely near automatic from the free throw line, 90%. Connects with the second as well. Takes his tally to 7 points now. Tile looking for the post of Evans. Evans is doubled down on though by Valinskas and Sakic. Quick ball movement here by Sassari. Opens things up a little. McLean goes inside and goes strong for another 2. Jamal McLean now up to 8 points. Sorry, 6 points. Valinskas now uses the Saya screen. What's he got? Looks to go to the wing. Lietkabelis back to Valinskas. It's stolen away though. Good quick hands by Evans. 2-on-1 break. Vitali's going to slow it down though. McLean. Mid-range was open, but he doesn't take it. Gentile nails the 3. And Sassari's lead is now a game-high 20 points. A real lesson in how to play basketball, but Sayas there with a lesson in how to take some frustration out on the iron. Throws it down with the right hand. And you do feel that with a little over 4 minutes left in this second quarter, that Lietkabelis need a bit of a run before the half, even just for the psychological advantage. Vitali, no good this time from Sassari from range. Sakic now, back to Valinskas. Doesn't take the lane, even though it's there. Picks his way through this time, but steps back out. Oh, a lovely change of direction by Valinskas, but doesn't have the finish to match the footwork. And Gerals will slow things down for Sassari. Little crossover opens things up for him. Sayas tracks him. And potentially that was enough to put Curtis Gerals off. Sakic now going up against Gentile. Oh, but it just slides inside, and Sakic can score on you in so many different ways. He's up to 9 points now, Željko Sakic. Sakic called for the foul. Just the 13th foul of the quarter though for Lietkabelis. Oh, in fact, it was Lietkabelis called for the foul. That's his first. Yeah, clear foul from Lietkabelis there on Dwayne Evans. 2:59 left here in the second quarter. Sassari with the 16-point lead. Remember, the reverse of this fixture. Sassari won by just a point on the opening game of the season. 79-78, they won that one in Italy. They lead this by 16 with under 3 minutes to play in the second quarter here in Panevėžys in Lithuania. And the lane just parts for Paulius Sorokas. He gets his first bucket of the game. Valinskas now. Sakic will just catch that one and shoot it, and Sorokas needs to step out further than that. Sakic is starting to warm up into double digits. First player on either team to register double digits on the box score. Curtis Gerald's now. Good quick ball movement. Spisu, no good for three. And Lietkabelis capitalise. They can! Sakic jam one, and there's the man again, taking the team on his back. Trying to fight their way back into the game after an absolutely horrific opening to proceedings for them. And Jelko Sakic is leading the way. That's his 14th point of the game. Timeout been called by Sassari. Smart move by coach Pozzecco. He needs to solve the Sakic problem. Let's listen to what he has to say. There's a replay of exactly how important Jelko Sakic is to Lietkabelis. He just has the confidence, the demeanour, that no matter how far down they are, he has a way of getting his team back into it. That's the final play before the timeout, the M1 play. Sakic now at the line, and remember, I'm going to put the curse on him. He's near automatic from the free throw line as well. Shooting 90% prior to this evening's game. You can almost count those points. Not even sure he should bother taking a trip to the line, if I'm honest. He's up to 15 points now. Sassari's lead is down to 12. As Lietkabelis drop into a zone defense now. Bilan going to work old school back to the basket, and Maldunas just needs to be flat out stronger and tougher than that. He can't let Miro Bilan just back into the basket for, you know, a half-meter hook shot. That's not acceptable. You're not going to win games if you do that in the Basketball Champions League. Sakic now skips it. Normantas fakes the pass, drives inside off the glass. That's no good. Curtis Geralds with a rebound for Sassari. Sorokas now looking to back his way to the basket, goes strong, and Maldunas is being schooled left, right and centre in the low post at the moment, and Sassari's lead back up to 16. Maldunas now to Sakic. Hands it off to Valinskas. Valinskas with a couple of crossovers to lose Spisu. Sakic for three! Oh, in and out for Sakic, but the rebound's picked up by Normantas. Back to Valinskas. Valinskas, long three! Drains in at the bottom of the bucket. And Lietkabelis digging their way out of this hole from range. I said that they needed a run before the halftime break, and they are doing their absolute best at the moment to do exactly that. Geralds for three. No joy. Sakic rebound. Just about a 1 second differential between shot clock and game clock. I imagine Lietkabelis will slow things down, take the final shot, potentially be within 10 points of Sassari, and that really would be a bonus, bearing in mind how they've played in this first half. Sakic now skips it, corner, step inside, Valinskas three! Oh, he gets it away in time. In fact, he doesn't. Shot clock had expired. I think there's going to be about a second left on the quarter clock for Sassari to work with. 1 second left. Coach Chanak is saying that his player got the shot away before the shot clock sounded. He's frustrated at the officials. I think it's slightly misplaced frustration. I think he's probably more frustrated with his team. He's scoring 29 points in the first half. Tough to win games when you're at that scoring rate. What can Sassari do here with 1.7 seconds left on the quarter clock? Vitali will inbound it, throws it long, catch, Pierre throws it up, oh, puts it off the glass, but it's no good, and that's going to be the end of the first half here in Panevėžys. The home team, Lietkabelis 29, the visitors, Sassari 42. Their shooting percentages from that first half, and a couple of threes from Lietkabelis in the closing stages manages them to get them back into things alongside the 5 offensive rebounds they've had. They'll be happy with that. Still plenty to work at if they're going to fight their way back into this game. It's been a tough first half. Sakic is the shining light though, 15 points for him. Sassari is being led by Pierre with 10 points. But I'm not sure Lietkabelis can lean so heavily on Sakic. And it all stems from another slow start from Lietkabelis. They came out of the blocks exceptionally slowly in that first quarter. Sassari just really taking control of the tempo, the pace, and dominating both ends of the floor. Into the first quarter, Sassari led by 12 points. They've only extended that by an extra point here in the second quarter as Lietkabelis offense picked up a few gears, their defense picked up a few gears. And they'll be kicking themselves for that first quarter that they had. It really has put them on the back foot here in Panevėžys. Remember, Lietkabelis enter the game on a 3-game winning streak. They want to keep that momentum going. A big win against Holon on this floor last week. They won that one by 6. They were hoping to maybe pick up another win again here this evening. But at the moment, Sassari are in control after 20 minutes. Lietkabelis 29, Sassari 42. As I said, Sassari being led by Pierre. He has 10 points, 3 rebounds to his name. Marco Spisu has 8 points. And then just behind him is McLean and Bilan with 6 points apiece so far in the first half. As for Lietkabelis, it really is a one-man show at the moment. Jelko Sakic, 15 points and 3 rebounds, leading the scoring. Only Maldunas, Sayas on 4 points apiece. Tough first half for Lietkabelis here in Group A of the Basketball Champions League. Remember, Sassari 3rd in the group entering tonight's game. Lietkabelis 5th in Group A. So much to play for, so much at stake. We still have 20 minutes left to play, but as it stands, it's the green wall of Sassari on the defensive end that has really proved the difference in that first quarter. Lietkabelis found no way past it until that man there woke up. Jelko Sakic. Here's another one of his big plays, the and one play as he drew the foul from Marco Spisu. He woke up, came to life, and Lietkabelis' chances of winning this game increased, but they'll be hoping that first quarter slow start will not come back to haunt them. At the halftime break, Lietkabelis 29, Dinamo Sassari 42. We'll be back with all the second half action shortly.
No, a nice pass to the inside and the tough finish, and Squadra just hammers it down. And Peristeri pretty much getting whatever they want at the moment.
Scrub has it. That's Grant. Grant with a step and finish. Big time finish from Gerard Grant. Little hesitation, got Mustafa foul in the air. Look how quick he gets past him.
Hornsby with Weimer guarding him, screen by Amanu. Amanu gets it back, steps through, and he's blocked at the rim by Sela. You've just seen him on the top 10 plays with a big block.
Just now. Oh, wonderful pass and a wonderful finish. What a big play by Masulas. But it was the pass from Janovic that made it so special.
Oh, great finish. Hayden Dalton, mask and all, throws it down, and he's going to get in a highlight. Shimandini, watch out! Oh! Just to underline the point, as athletic as Shimandini's looked for a while.
Medford, scooping and hooping. I'll tell you what, when he gets in the flow, he's tough to stop.
Dennis hits the roll in. He stands and he gets up high. Oh, out of nothing. As Martin goes the other way, lobs it up. Stone it is with the dunk. Back-to-back dunks.
Right, still right, no good, ball's loose, they get it back, still, Angola to win it! That's extraordinary! That is incredible! Ostend, they are 2 ahead.
Lietkabelis squadra. Pozzecco sensation pedaggia lasciava proseguire da livello a camera secca comunque gli pagava solo spera grazie ma non è stato che da vostri pizza c'è perché la si mette di destra ma c'è pizza per qualsiasi io ho fatto solo questi camera per grazie non è stato che
Welcome back to Pozzecco for the second half action here of the Group A Basketball Champions League game between Lietkabelis and Sassari. At the halftime break, Lietkabelis trail 29-42 to Sassari. That man in the middle of your picture sitting with the ball, with the bottle of water in his hands, has been the bright spark for Lietkabelis though. Jelko Sakic, he's on 15 points, 3 rebounds, 2 from 4 from the perimeter so far. He's been the thorn in the side of Coach Pozzecco there to Sassari. They've really shared the love. Pierre with 10 points. Spisu with 8. McLean with 6. Bilan with 6. A real good team offensive effort. 8 players registering on the box score for Sassari. And they really are in the driving seat. And it's all on the back of a dominant first quarter, holding Lietkabelis to just 12 points whilst pouring in 24 of their own. That sees Sassari holding the reins of this one, whilst that team there, Lietkabelis, are going to have to wrestle the reins off them. Just a reminder, best way to stay up to date with all our Basketball Champions League action is with the Basketball Champions League app. It's available on iOS and Android. Just get your phone out now, completely free to download, and it'll bring you all the latest news, views, the box score, video highlights, absolutely everything you can imagine and more. So download the official Basketball Champions League app today. Second half action underway here in Pozzecco in Lithuania as Lietkabelis trail 29-42 at the half-time break to the Italians, Sassari. What have they got? What's happened in the half-time break for Lietkabelis as things change? Sakic now, the main man for them in the first half. Looking to back his way to the basket, fades away, soft touch, but maybe a little too soft, comes up short with his first attempt of the second half. Vitali now, looks to drive inside, little hesitation, opens things up for him. Pierre behind the back, good defense by Lekunas. Vitali loses the ball, Sakic picks it up, 2-on-1 break, inside, easy 2 for Thomas Lekunas. And a good start to the second half for Lietkabelis. Nice pass by Sakic as well, he knew the defense would be drawn to him. Hands it off for the easy finish for Lekunas. Vitali now loses the handle again, straight out of bounds, and it's going to stay. No, it's not. It's going to flip now. Lietkabelis will get the ball back. And within 11, a dream start to the second half for them. They can break into that single digits, that psychological barrier. A real chance to fight all the way back into the game. As you can see, Vitali's not particularly happy with the officials. He thinks he was fouled as he drove to the basket then. Romantis now gets it back at the top to Sakic. Nice pass, Dimsha for threes, off right, way off right, completely uncontested as well. And that's rare for a player of Dimsha's talent. Really can be deadly from the perimeter. Shooting 46% before today's game. Nice, strong move, though, by Dwayne Evans. And the key to that was establishing himself way, way down in the paint. Once you're a big guy like that, the strength he has, you can't let him take that position that low. Otherwise, it's an automatic 2 points. Marco Spisu going to get called for the foul for Sassari there. There's that Normantis, looks like he might have hurt his right wrist. That foul's going to be called on Pierre, and they want to review it. Not sure if they think maybe there's an unsportsmanlike foul somewhere in there as well, but they're going to jump to the video monitor, the officials. Certainly an interesting wrinkle to proceedings, getting to see the officials reviewing some of the plays. 8:23 still to play in the third quarter here. Sassari with a 13-point lead. We see Vitali speaking to the officials. Not sure if he's the one they're looking at. We're not privy to what they're looking at the moment. Here's a replay of the play. No, not from that camera angle, we're not going to see anything. I don't think Normantis was too impressed by whatever happened. Was it a trip by maybe one of the Sassari players? That's what the officials are wanting to look back at. Let's have a look. Oh, that's tough. Did look like Vitali lent in slightly as Normantis came through, but kind of common practice, bumping the cutter. It's just what the officials read into that. My personal opinion is no unsportsmanlike foul, but let's see what they say. No, just a straight blocking foul called on Vitali. That'll be a baseline ball for Lietkabelis. 8:23 left in the third quarter. Second foul there on Vitali. First team foul of the quarter for Sassari. Sayas now to Dimsha. What can Dimsha do? He needs to start warming up, and what he can do is throw the ball away, but it looks like it came off a Sassari player. It looked like the fan was going to try and smuggle that one under his jumper out of the arena. The officials were all over that though. Not going to let him get away with a game ball. Let's say these game balls are absolutely gorgeous. Normantis, right hand floaters, no good. And the rebound finally falls for Bcl. Sassari seem a little bit slower, a little bit more methodical in their approach to the offensive end here in the second half. Vitali now, back to Bcl. Step back for Spisu is no good, and Sayas will pull down the rebound. Normantis now to Dimsha. Sakic has got the mismatch. They're going to have to double across. Bcl comes across the switches instead. Smart play by him. Dimsha inside, looks to hand it off, and Dimsha's having a bit of a nightmare at the moment on the floor. Vitali is going to be fouled by Sakic. Smart foul really by Sakic. It's going to be a transition bucket otherwise for Sassari. Let's have a watch. And I'll be interested to see if the officials want to review that one as well. That's his first foul, first team foul of the quarter for Lietkabelis. I think the officials are reviewing this one now. Yeah, they want to see if there was a play at the ball, and let's have a look. I'm not sure there is, you know. Sakic's eyes certainly aren't on the ball. Let's have a look. Oh, they are there though. Oh, that's so hard. Is there a legitimate play for the ball, or is it just a clothesline from Sakic? He clearly wants to stop the play, but let's see what the officials say. Unsportsmanlike foul called on Jelko Sakic. That's going to mean shots for Sassari and possession. Coach Chanak is not happy. The officials calmly explaining the situation to him. Chanak's point is one didn't go his way at the other end, so why should one go Sassari's way at this end? And Vitali, no good from the free throw line. Pierre inbounds this ball to Spisu. Back to Evans, to Pierre. Sassari continue to be pretty structured and patient about their offense. Good defense, but it stays in the hands. But in the end, great defense from Lietkabelis. And that's the first full 24 seconds of defense we've seen from the Lithuanian side, and it just shows when they put a bit more intensity into it, they can lock Sassari out. And the crowd, as is almost the norm now, starting to come to life. Sakic for three! He hits a big jumper! And that's brought it down to just a 10-point lead for Sassari now. And they seem to have lost momentum on the offensive end. And they're starting to stall a little bit here in Panevėžys. Bisu back out to Pierre, into Bcl. Bcl falling out of bounds, gets it back into Pierre, but Sakic comes away with it, almost thrown away. They'll come back to Sakic for three! Oh, off target. I don't think he realised exactly how open he was. But the hard work from Sayas there will mean that Lietkabelis hold on to possession on the baseline. Dimsha now for three, up short, and it's certainly not Dimsha's day. He's had a pretty dismal affair so far, 0 from 5 from the field, only 1 point to his name. Pierre now looking to back his way down, skips it out to Spisu, into the corner, and the shot is good! What a big play, Dwayne Evans from the corner pocket hits the triple. A good ball movement, wonderful pass from Spisu. Look at the way he shovels the pass to the corner. And the jumper is good. And the three is good. And Evans will go to the line for the bonus. Gets the extra one to go. He's up to 8 points personal now, Dwayne Evans. And Sassari's lead is back out to 14, and this seems to be the kind of momentum, the fluid nature of this game is that Lietkabelis throw everything at Sassari, get themselves near single digits, and then Sassari just seems to find a play or two, stretch the lead back out again. Travelling violation is going to be called on Normantas. Another turnover there for Lietkabelis. This just seems to be the rhythm of the game. Remember, a win here for Sassari will momentarily put them top of the group. All three of the other games happening tomorrow here in Group A. As another foul is called on Lietkabelis. I think Sayas is going to get blown for that foul. Or was it Sakic? Yeah, Sakic, in fact. Second foul for him. As Bcl will go to the line for 2 shots. Old school player, the 30-year-old big man. Won the Croatian Championship 4 times. Was part of the Croatian squad for the World Cup qualifiers as well. Played in 7 of those qualification games, averaging over 8 points and 6 rebounds per game in those qualifiers. A real classic big man, back to the basket kind of player. Misses both the free throws though, but it's stolen away, and he can't keep it in bounds as Pierre steps out of bounds as he tries to rescue the ball. So Lietkabelis will hold on to possession. As Dimsha goes to the bench and Valinskas comes back in, and we expected so much more from Dimsha on his night. He has a real ability to be a superstar in the Basketball Champions League, and you have to say maybe tonight's not his night. He's usually the partner in crime to that man there, Željko Sakic. At the moment it's Sakic doing an awful lot of the heavy lifting. Waiting to see, I think it's the shot clock that they're trying to have a look and see what it should be at. have a look at the replay here. Yeah, it was 16, I think. It should be reset to. Yeah, they're going to reset the shot clock down to 16 because there wasn't a change of possession. Sassari never had control of the ball, so Lietkabelis' shot clock will remain at 16 and they'll take possession on the side. Lietkabelis have anything more to give. They keep throwing phases of play, high energy at Sassari. Sassari keep them at arm's length. Sakic now draws the foul. Smart move, really. He knew that Marko Spissu wasn't happy, and then he was a bit frustrated. So he just played on that, drew a foul from him. Second foul for Spissu, second team foul of the quarter for Sassari as well. Offensive foul on Sayas, moving screen. I think that's his second offensive foul of the evening. Fourth foul of the game, Sayas, and that's a real problem for Lietkabelis as their only real rim protector. He's their only warrior of the paint, and you have to ask Valinskas there, what are you doing? Wait for me to set my screen before you make the move, otherwise you're selling me out, and that's what he's done. Valinskas that's cost the foul, but stolen away by Sakic. 3-on-2 break. Sakic to the basket. Rolling back the years, Jelko Sakic floats up high and finger rolls it off the glass. Look at that old school move. Any which way for Jelko Sakic, though. He's up to 20 points, leading all scorers now. Dwayne Evans skips it. Spissu. Couple of steps to the side. He's off target by a long, long way, though, and it's fallen off the hands of Bilan. And once again, Lietkabelis have a chance to get it back into single digits. Sakic fakes a three, slows it down. Valinskas now doesn't take the three. The lane opens up for Valinskas, and he won't get an easier score in the Basketball Champions League than that. But it all stems off smart team offense from Lietkabelis, working together as one, creating that space, creating the lane to drive down. Yeah, looking to find Evans. It's being locked down by Sakic at the moment. Spissu, Vitali, in and out, and Sakic will grab the rebound. Lietkabelis in the ascendancy right now. Sakic now looking to post up Vitali. Waiting for Lakunas to get out of the way. Spins, fade away. Oh, string music from Sakic. And he is an absolute phenom in this season's Basketball Champions League. Jelko Sakic. Timeout called by Coach Pozzecco for Sassari. He knows they need to talk it over. His lead is down to 8. Let's listen into his huddle.
When you receive the ball, the first time you reach to lose the pass. They stay, they keep your keys back. Take out this back, then we rotate. Hey, but we stop to play defense. We are not focused, guys. Let's go, let's go.
Yeah, smart timeout there from Coach Pozzecco, as we see exactly what Sakic has done once again, taking the game on almost single-handedly. Coach Pozzecco there just saying focus on defense, and that's what got them their lead. You know, you have to look back to that first quarter. They finished the first quarter up by 12, limited Lietkabelis to just 12 points in those first 10 minutes, and you can see how much it means to Jelko Sakic. But that's what Sassari need to do. They need to get the defensive end working again. That was the foundations for their offensive output. Without their defense, their offense is certainly a lot more clunky. Almost stolen away by Normantas, but he pushes Sbisu out of the way. And that will send Sbisu to the line for 2 shots. Let's have a look at the replay. Yeah, pretty clear. Not sure what he's thinking. See the crowd doing their best to put Marco Sbisu off, but it will take a fair bit more than that. Very talented player, Sbisu. Third season with Sassari. Had a great game against Torren back in game day 4. 22 points, 7 rebounds and 8 assists in that game. He's up to 10 points now, Marco Sbisu. Looks like it's going to be a turnover ball as well. Sassari will get the ball back. And their lead is at 10. It seems to be the threshold for Lietkabelis as Normantas heads to the bench. They seem to get pretty much near 10 and can't break it down any further. Curtis Gerrals now into Evans. Good quick ball movement. Pierre for 3. Off target. Rebound by Evans is blocked, but he's fouled from behind by Lekunis. And he got on the wrong side of Evans, and that's the problem. Needed to see him out. 2:59 left now in the third quarter as Lekunis goes to the bench and Lietkabelis will come in. There's the silly play by Normantas that turned the ball over, and it's just so frustrating when you see players not able to control their emotions and make rational decisions like that in such a critical phase of a critical game. And the basketball gods are shining down on Dwayne Evans as he gets the roll on the iron. That's the second to go as well, and his personal tally now into double digits. Sassari's lead up to 12. Sakic now. Lietkabelis. To Dimsha. Doesn't take the 3 this time. Back into Lietkabelis and puts up what was a near impossible shot under intense pressure. But the 2 drops. It's that moment of fortune and skill that Lietkabelis will need more of. Evans now battling his way inside, and he's fouled. Sakic is going to be called for the foul. He goes to confront the official. He needs to be careful. They don't need another silly mistake, Lietkabelis, and get a technical foul called. Have a look at the replay. Yeah, no, Sakic's arms are fully forward. As soon as Evans jumps straight up, he's going to draw the contact off the arms, and it's a near textbook easy call for the officials to make, as frustrated as Sakic is. Well, in fact, there was a technical foul called on the coach. What a smart move by Coach Chanak. And Lietkabelis will look back at this game, and their mindset is responsible for a fair few of the problems they've had in this game. They need to keep a level head, a calmer head, because I'd hate to think how much of this 12-point deficit is down to silly, rash mistakes from the Lietkabelis players and coaching staff. Gentile back into the game for Pierre. 13-point lead now for Sassari. Any more left for Lietkabelis? Smart move from Lietkabelis. Gentile way too close to him, just draws the foul from him. Valinskas. Sakic goes inside now to Lietkabelis against Gentile. Oh, nice running hook shots, no good though. Sakic for three though. That is good. That is very good indeed. Željko Sakic, 25 points, 9 from 14 from the field for Sakic. Spisu for three. Off target, foul's going to be called as Maldunas ends up sprawled on the hardwood. I think McLean's going to get that one put against his name. Sakic continues to fight with everything he's got to get Lietkabelis back into this. That's the third foul on McLean as well. Both teams now in the foul situation for the quarter. 1:45 left to play in the third quarter. 10-point lead for Sassari. Sakic now. Goes to step inside. Nothing there. Goes to Dimsha for three. Oh, and at last, Dimsha finds the net. And what a time to score your first field goal. Now they're within single digits. Oh, but quickly, Sorokas gets a two off the glass, and the Lithuanian playing for the Italian team silences the Lithuanian crowd. Gentile is going to get called for the foul. That's going to send Lietkabelis to the line. And remember, this is what we talked about with Lietkabelis. It is not a team you want to send to the line. They shoot the highest free-throw percentage in the entire Basketball Champions League. They're averaging 83.6% from the free-throw line as a team. Gentile picks up his fourth foul, and I wouldn't say the wheels have come off Sassari, but they're certainly maybe looking a little bit loose, a little bit wobbly, the wheels on the Sassari car. Lietkabelis good with his first. He's at 85% from the free throw line. And the way that ball rolled in, maybe things are going to go Lietkabelis' way. They're within 7 again. A minute to play now here in the third quarter. Curtis Geralds. Gentile, Sorokas. Oh, and that's a dagger shot from Sorokas. Absolute crowd silence of that one. Not for very long though, as the drums and the song starts to ring out again. Valinskas. Lietkabelis' offense is becoming more and more efficient as the minutes pass. Geralds now. Pick and roll with McLean. Nothing there. Lietkabelis defense holds out. Gerald shaking, step back three. Air ball from him. Foul's going to be called. Wait to see who on. I think that's on. Is it Maldunas? Yeah, Maldunas called for the foul. That was in the box out battle. Off the ball, so we didn't quite catch it. Well, I didn't. Second foul for him, but that's going to send Sassari to the line for 2 shots. Let's have a look now. Yeah, it's that left arm of Maldunas' hooking around. I think it was McLean. Going to put him to the line for 2 shots. Hits the first, takes his tally to 7 points, but more importantly for Sassari, their lead back to 9. 5.7 seconds left in this third quarter. Lietkabelis should get the ball back. What can they do with those few seconds? Misses it. Maldunas pulls the rebound down, gets into the hands of Dimsha. Dimsha now out in the races. Steps out of bounds, in fact, and he's going to give Sassari the final 0.9 seconds. That couldn't have gone much worse for Thomas Dimsha. And Lietkabelis what are Sassari going to do? Throws it long. No chance that was ever going to go in, as McLean smiled on his face as he threw it over his head to finish the quarter. End of 3 quarters here in Panevėžys. Lietkabelis 52, Sassari 61. Here are your shooting stats, and as you can see, Lietkabelis' 3-point shooting percentage gradually creeping up is what is getting them back into this game. Poor free throw shooting from Sassari as well, only shooting 65%. This game hangs in the balance, and that's not what we were expecting after the first quarter performance. But at the moment, Sassari lead by 9, 10 minutes to play, all to play for here. Game day 8, Group A of the Basketball Champions League. 2 teams fighting out for a valuable win in their hunt for playoff place in this year's Basketball Champions League. Remember, Lietkabelis on a 3-game winning streak at the moment. Sassari would have been on a 5-game winning streak if they hadn't lost by 1 point to Manresa last week. But for Lietkabelis, they owe an awful lot to that man there, Željko Sakic. He is putting in yet another big shift here in the Basketball Champions League. Whenever Sakic scores over 20 points, Lietkabelis win. That seems to be the rule in Panevėžys. He scored over 20 here this evening already. Are they going to take the win, though? That's a tougher one to answer. They trail with 10 minutes to play to an impressive Sassari team. They're down by 9. What have they got left in their locker for the final 10? So, final quarter underway here in Panevėžys, Lithuania. Lietkabelis trail 52-61 to Sassari. Game day 8 here in Group A of the Basketball Champions League. McLean. Gentile pulls up, long 2 is good, and that's the way they'll have wanted to start the quarter. Settle some Sassari nerves. Stolen away, quick hands, Curtis Geralds. No good with the transition basket. That's great defense in the end by Dimša. Valinskas now slows it down. Needs to be a bit more patient. Maldunas comes to set the screen. Valinskas uses it. He's got the mismatch, but it's almost stolen away by Gentile. But instead, it'll still be a Lietkabelis ball on the baseline. Dimša looking to inbound it, does so to Sakic, who hands it back to Valinskas. Valinskas with the 3. Off target, but the rebound is good. Lietkabelis scoops up the scraps and gets himself a bucket off the glass. 9-point lead for Sassari now. Oh, rejected by Dimša. Rebound for Sorokas, but he couldn't hold on to it. Dimša now, catch and shoot 3. What a big play from Dimša. Huge rejection of the defensive end, and gets out and runs. Spots the 3, and we are in a huge ball game here now. Just a 6-point lead for Sassari. Maldunas is going to get called for the foul. I don't know what it is about Lietkabelis. They seem to just grow and grow and grow as each of these games progresses. Maldunas with his 3rd foul. Just the first team foul of the quarter, though, for Lietkabelis. Yeah, easy call for the officials. He's got both hands in the back of McLean. As Pierre comes back into the game for Sassari. Ball goes long to McLean. Clean backing his way down against Sakic. Going to kick it out. Gentile. Oh, he has hit big shots here today. And there's another one. Stefano Gentile. Back up to a 9-point lead for Sassari now. Dimsha. Lietkabelis. Off target, but he's fouled, and an unsportsmanlike foul as well on Gentile. Didn't see it, it was so late. Need to see the replay of what exactly happened. I think that's Gentile's 5th foul as well. He's absolutely devastated by that. Complete shock as he untucks his jersey, heads to the bench frustrated. Love to see the replay. Here we go. Let's stay eyes on number 10. Oh, yeah, it is a foul. I understand what the officials are saying as well. He's gone underneath the shooter, and that is one of the things that I know from the World Cup that they were looking at. Don't go under shooters. We've seen so many high-profile injuries around the world of basketball about players jumping for the jump shot and coming down on a defender. I have a feeling where that one stems from. And not only is Gentile out the game, but Sassari's lead could be down to just 6 points and possession to Lietkabelis. My goodness me. How many great games has the Basketball Champions League thrown at us this season? It's just week after week we are seeing amazing, amazing action. Just a joy to behold at the moment. Sorokas is going to head to the bench, and I think Evans comes in to replace him for Sassari. Oh, Sakic with the spin on the baseline. Good recovery by Evans. And Sakic just faded away a little bit too hard on that one. Lietkabelis 60, Sassari 66. Just over 7.5 minutes left to play here. Absolutely anyone can take the win here in Panevėžys this evening. Sbisu. Oh, he continues to razzle and dazzle. Marco Sbisu finds a lane where no one else could. Drives to the basket, draws the contact, but you see his focus. Doesn't take his eye off the prize. Scores off the glass. Maldunas now in his 4th foul. And Lietkabelis are running out of big men. Maldunas will go to the bench as Sias comes back into the action. 9-point lead now for Sassari. It really is a back and forth affair here in Lithuania this evening. Dimsha fakes the 3, goes back to Lietkabelis, to Sias. Dimsha, Sakic, couldn't quite catch it. Normantas will take the 3, no joy. Lietkabelis out to Dimsha. Oh, he hits another big 3, and Dimsha has woken up at the most opportune moment for Lietkabelis. Unbelievable timing for him to find some form on the offensive end. Baseline drive by Pierre, no good. And the ball will fall into the hands of Lietkabelis. Corner, Dimsha. Oh, string music, corner pocket. Thomas Dimsha is on fire right now. Unbelievable play here by Lietkabelis. Just shell-shocked the Sassari players and coaching staff. Wonderful, wonderful play. Down to a 3-point ball game. Coach Pozzecco is going to call the timeout. Wow, what a phase of play. Let's jump into that huddle. This is the most threatened the Italians have looked here this evening. You can see it in the players' eyes. I'm not sure they know what's hit them. And what it is that Dimsha has decided to start playing some basketball. Didn't turn up in the first 3 quarters, but he's kind of made up for it in the in the final quarter. Has nailed some big shots from around the floor. And that's why we are where we are. Lietkabelis 66, Sassari 69, with just over 6 minutes to play here in game day 8. Absolutely breathless right now. Evans for 3. No joy, but Pierre just reaches up high and plucks it away. Oh, and draws the foul. That's a big play at a big moment from Pierre. Spins the baseline, draws the foul, and just the pure strength from Pierre is enough to get him the 2, get himself to the line as well. Drains the extra point from the free throw line. Sassari lead back to 6 now. Lietkabelis. Dimsha. As you'd expect, the defense has gone up a few gears on Dimsha. Got the mismatch he wanted. Lietkabelis for 3. Oh no, it's been waved away. Offensive foul's going to be called. Officials telling him just to wait. The crowd are asking him to review. The officials are together in their huddle. Did the shot get released before the foul was called? That's what it's going to come down to. Yeah, the basket's going to be given, but the foul is going to be called as well. You can see Coach Pozzecco there asking for it to be waved away, but they're saying the shot was released before the foul was called. Therefore, the basket stands. Back to a 3-point ball game now. Wow, the drama that this game is serving us up is unbelievable. As Sayas fouls out as well. Remember, Maldunas is on 4. Lietkabelis don't have a huge amount of size to run with, so that could cause them problems. And the crowd here in the arena are starting to get really into this one. Is it stolen away? Jump ball surely is going to be called. Not sure. Possession error, I think, is in favour of Lietkabelis. They're going to get possession and a chance maybe to tie this game up. Unbelievable action here in Panevėžys. I'm not going to lie, in my mind at the end of the first quarter I was thinking, oh no, we could be in for a long 40 minutes here. But now I'm thinking, maybe we could be in for a long 40 minutes here. Very different mindset, as Lietkabelis have just grown and grown into this game. Dimsha for 3! Oh, way off track. There's the return of Dimsha from the first 3 quarters. Maybe a little bit overconfident there. Shooting from real range, Thomas Dimsha. Sakic is going to come back into the game for Lietkabelis. He's had a good rest, and he'll look to play through to the end of the game now. 5 minutes 11 to play. All at stake on the hardwood. Curtis Gerald's little shake, skips it. Oh, and it's thrown away by Pierre, is it? It's given away, in fact, a 3-on-1 break now. Valinskas finds it to Sakic, and Sakic is fouled hard from behind by Pierre. Sakic will go to the line for 2 shots. Let's have a look at the replay. Sakic couldn't quite catch it first time. That enabled Pierre back into the game. Tough foul by Pierre. Just his first foul. Unbelievable, really. A player that plays at his intensity. Not picking a foul up until halfway through the final quarter. Sakic hits the first. And Coach Chanak there knows his team are so close to causing an upset. Not a massive upset, but an upset nonetheless. Sakic, look at that. 26 points, 60% from the field. a near automatic from the free throw line. Down to a 1-point ball game. 4:51 to play here as we see Miro Bilan come in for McLean. And this is where the problems might happen now, because the Lietkabelis have a lack of size. Maldunas, number 12, he's on 4 fouls, so he'll need to be careful. Bisu, Pierre. Maldunas trying to guard Bilan. Little fake, little hook, and the old school hook shot is good from Bilan. And expect Sassari to go back to that time and time again. It's worked all game. Bilan's up to 8 points now. Lekunis. Valinskas uses the Maldunas screen. Offensive foul, and that's Maldunas out of the game. And Valinskas once again not waiting for his big man to set before he makes the move, and he's cost his big man another foul. 3 fouls offensively now on moving screens. In fact, I'm giving that one to Maldunas. Valinskas waited, Maldunas reset himself. That's both big men out of the game now for Lietkabelis. This could be tough for them to defend. Well, Ajabi will take the assignment against Bilan now. And the wily Miro Bilan scores an awkward-looking shot. And now it's down to Lietkabelis to find a solution to their lack of size. Let's jump into Coach Chanak's timeout.
If you're open, take shot, nothing. Dribble, go kick it off. Right. Lian, got it. Right.
Coach Chanak knows that this man here, Miro Bilan, he may not have been a huge influence in the game so far, but his ability to play back to the basket, offense, and have so many moves in his locker is going to cause Lietkabelis probably the biggest problems now. It's not the athleticism, the high flying, the dynamism of Sassari's offense. It's the more traditional grinding basketball that could cost them. Valinskas now uses a Sakic screen. Olujabi fakes the 3. Comes back out. Shot clock down to 5. Valinskas crossover against Bilan. Step back. 2 is long. No good either. Foul's going to be called. I think that one is on Evans. Olujabi works exceptionally hard. Maybe it's on Spisu actually. Yeah, he's called for his 3rd foul. 3rd team foul of the quarter for Sassari as well. Oh, and it's intercepted though by Pierre, flying through the air. Read that pass exceptionally well. And once again, Sassari look to go back into Miro Bilan as Lietkabelis struggle to defend the front court. Here we go again. Bilan now in the low post. They need to double down. That's fine. Back again. Someone needs to double on it. Out it comes. Bad pass by Bilan though. And it's going to be a turnover ball. And that's a much better option for Lietkabelis. They're better doubling down into that low post, forcing the ball out of the post, and then just chasing on the rotation to try and recover. That's a much better way to approach the defense for Lietkabelis. They can't leave the post defender one-on-one with Bilan, because it's going to be almost an automatic basket. Just over 3 minutes to play now. 5-point lead for Sassari. Dimsha tries to angle his way to the basket, but his angles are wrong off the glass, and Sassari grabbed the rebound. Geralds. Oh, nails the three, and what better timing for Curtis Geralds to hit the three than now. That's his first field goal of the game, but how big a field goal could that be for Sassari? Coach Chanak will call the timeout as he sees the Sassari lead out to 8. Let's listen to his huddle.
Zone defense, hey, zone defense. Okay? Enough time. 3 minutes, enough time, okay? Don't rush. Don't rush. Hey, put the ball down immediately. Somebody must. Yes. Doesn't matter, okay? Offense, get 5. Bcl, okay? I'm guys, don't finish. Time will go. Right. Yeah.
And I like that timeout from Coach Chanak, staying nice and calm, staying focused on the details. Yes, they're going to give up those perimeter shots, and maybe Dimsha does need to chase that out a little bit harder than he did there. But you have to understand that Geralds hadn't made a jumper in the game, so he's only playing him based on reputation from today's game, as you see a nice celebration there between the Sassari players, but still plenty to play for. 2:45 to play, 8-point lead for Sassari. Valinskas now gets the ball back. He's got the mismatch he wants. Lietkabelis for 3. He's off target, and the rebound's pulled in by Bcl. And it's down to Sassari now to a certain degree. Time management, slow it down, and I'm sure Spissu will do exactly that. Into Bcl. He's quite far away from the basket, so they can double into him. Pierre Geralds for 3. Early and short with that one. Lietkabelis get the rebound. Sakic now. And Valinskas draws the foul. Wow, that was a beautiful crossover to finish that play with. Spissu's going to get called for the foul. And Sassari aren't in the penalty yet, so it's just going to be a sideline possession for Lietkabelis. 4 foul on Spissu. That could play a part in this game. He certainly is the floor general for them. Valinskas now for Lietkabelis. Sakic in the low post, skips the pass. Lietkabelis, shot clock at 1, he's going to have to put it up. Almost gets it to go. That would have been a hell of a shot from Lietkabelis if it had dropped, because it really was a Hail Mary of a shot. Dimsha now fades inside. Lietkabelis gets the 2 to go. That's a big shot for Lietkabelis. Back within 6, but only 90 seconds to play. And tense time for Coach Pozzecco. After the first quarter, he thought this was going to be maybe easier than originally thought, but it hasn't turned out that way. Sassari now, pretty much if they get a score, that should be enough. Geralds, he's short, but the rebound falls to Sassari, and that may very well be enough. Spissu now being guarded by Lietkabelis. Breaks through, teardrop right-hand glass, no good. Bcl, no good. Rebound by Sakic. Under a minute to play, leads it out, and there's the 2. That's good for Lietkabelis. And Lietkabelis will not go away. They will not give up on this game. And Coach Pozzecco, oh, he almost lost his temper then. Technical foul called on the coach, and what a silly time to lose your patience and lose your control. Pushes one of his assistant coaches away. He needs to calm himself down. This is not beneficial for anyone. And as you would expect, Sakic makes him pay from the free throw line, and now it's a 1-possession game on the back of Pozzecco's technical foul and his outburst. .49 seconds to play, and you feel the drama may not be over yet. Bcl sets the screen. Spissu to Evans, floats inside for the 2. Timeout's going to be called by Lietkabelis. That extends it back to a 5-point lead for Sassari now. Wow, what a game we've had. So many highlight plays. And maybe a couple more twists before we're finished here in Panevėžys this evening. Let's listen to this Lietkabelis timeout.
Screen everybody. Screen like this.
Under a minute to play. A 5-point lead for Sassari here. Game day 8, Group A of the Basketball Champions League. An absolute wonderful demonstration of European basketball here this evening in Panevėžys here in Lithuania. Can the Italians, can Sassari take the lead, take the win, back on the plane home? Or will the home team extend their 3-game winning streak? 35 seconds left to find out. Sakic now, almost caught it in time to shoot, drives inside, kicks it out. Valinskas will shoot the 3. Doesn't get the 3 to go, but the rebound is won by Lietkabelis. It comes back out. They've got to take a shot though. Floats inside, gets the 2. That brings them within 1 score. Surely they're going to foul. They do straight away. Pierre will head to the line as Sakic fouls him. 20 seconds to play. 4th foul on Jelka Sakic. Pierre, a very good free throw shooter indeed. You'd expect him to hit both, but what will pressure pay on his shoulders? It's the first. Puts it out to a 2-possession game, and that's the key. It's going to take Lietkabelis 2 possessions to come back into this one. Pierre now up to 15 points, 20 seconds to play. Valinskas is going to have to put the burners on. Can't take his time. Drives to the basket, draws the foul. Can't get the and 1 play. That would have been huge if he could. Spisu fouled out of the game. He's going to head to the bench, as Valinskas will head to the line for 2 shots. Spisu has certainly put in a shift here this evening. Valinskas at the line for 2, and he misses. Oh, unbelievable, shooting nearly 90% from the free throw line prior to this evening's game, and it just shows sometimes pressure does rest on the shoulders quite hard. Not had a great game, 4 from 10 from the field. Does have 9 points to his name though. Gets the second to drop. 4-point lead now for Sassari. 14 seconds to go. Surely Sassari have got the win here. There isn't another twist, is there? They get it out to Evans. Evans is going to be fouled by Valinskas. That's going to send Evans to the line for 2 shots. Another phenomenal free throw shooter. Evans shooting over 90% prior to this evening's game, as Valinskas picks up just his first foul of the game. 11.5 seconds to play. Could be up to a 6-point lead for Sassari if he can connect with both. We'd expect him to. Beautiful whip of the net is all we see and hear from that free throw. And hits the second as well. 6-point lead, 10 seconds to play. Sakic for 3, he's fouled. Bcl fouls Sakic. What an unbelievably naive play. You know Sakic is going to shoot the 3. You know he's going to try and draw the foul. You literally just have to stand and contest. First foul on Bcl, but Sakic will go to the line for 3 shots. He nails all 3, which you'd hope and imagine he would based on his previous performance. Gets the first to roll. And it's down to just a 3-point lead for Sassari. Lietkabelis can steal the ball away. Maybe there's still an outside chance that they can take a win here. It's the second of his two. Up to 30 points now, Jelko Sakic. Unbelievable. Again, a massive night from him. Hits all three. Ball is inbounded, and Evans is going to be fouled by Dimsha. 5.4 seconds to play. Evans is going to go to the line for 2 shots. Evans up to 17 points now, and as unglamorous as free throws are at the end of the game, if you can become a player that deals with that pressure, that deals with that sitting on your shoulders, your value certainly goes up in the eye of coaches. Misses the second though, but it's out of bounds from Lakunas, so it's going to remain with Sassari. That really has got to be the end of the game. It's a 2-possession game, and Lietkabelis now have given possession back to Sassari. Surely the final act, the final throw of the dice for Lietkabelis. Ball inbounded to Pierre, and that's going to be the end of the game. What a wonderful game we've been given here, though, in Panevėžys. A real battle, a ding-dong affair between two really intense teams. But at the end of 40 minutes here, Lietkabelis 82, Sassari 86. Here are your game statistics. As you can see, Lietkabelis fought their way back in from the perimeter. Sassari will be happy with their free throw shooting in the clutch, though, ending up with 71%. That really secured the game out for them. Also shooting 62 from 2. Lietkabelis performed well on the boards, particularly the offensive boards. 12 offensive boards they'll be happy with, considering they are relatively undersized here in the Basketball Champions League. Slightly disappointed for Lietkabelis, particularly that man Sakic, 31 points, Lietkabelis 14, Dimsha 13 for Sassari, Evans 17, Pierre 15, and Spisu with 14. They're the top scorers here this evening. And Lietkabelis will be frustrated. They entered the game on a 3-game winning streak. They were hoping to extend that out to 4. They didn't start well, and that really put them on the back foot for the rest of the game here this evening. As you can see, Sorokas there, of Lithuanian nationality, so no doubt maybe has some friends and family in the crowd watching him here. You can see him embracing some people from the crowd, and that's part of the joy of this European basketball, is seeing players travelling around the continent, getting to play in front of different crowds. Maldunas there, found out in the end. Made a big performance, but picked up some unnecessary fouls early on, which caused him problems. But what a game we've had here this evening. A wonderful advert for European basketball, a wonderful night of Basketball Champions League action, and plenty for us to talk about. And Lietkabelis once again had an exceptionally slow start to the game. Sassari got out of the blocks early in the first quarter, ended up leading by 12 at the end of the first quarter. Lietkabelis cranked up the gears on both ends of the floor in the second quarter, entered the locker room only down by 13. Then they had a strong third quarter, winning that by 4 points. They won the final quarter by 5 points, but in the end it was just not quite enough here in game day 8 of the Basketball Champions League. A real team effort from Sassari as well. 4 players in double digits. Dwayne Evans, 17 points, 8 from 9 from the free throw line, along with 3 rebounds. Led the scoring for Sassari. Just behind him was Pierre on 15 points, 7 rebounds. Spisu, 14 points, 5 assists. And Bilan also put in 10 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. As for Lietkabelis, once again they hung their hat on Jelko Sakic, an unbelievable 31 points, including 9 from 9 from the free throw line. He also had 8 rebounds and 3 assists and 2 steals to his name. Also in double digits, Dimsha with 13, Lietkabelis 14, and Valinskas had 10 points and 7 assists. It wasn't enough for Lietkabelis in Pozzecco this evening. Their win streak has been broken. They'll now look forward to their final game before the Christmas break. They will once again have another game at home here in Pozzecco, this time against Manresa. That one next Tuesday, whilst for Sassari, they will head home to take on Telecom next Wednesday, their final game before the Christmas break. What a wonderful game we've had here at the moment. The crowd are just filing out of the arena, but it certainly was a back and forth affair, a real physical battle at times on the hardwood. But a game we'll remember for a while here in Pozzecco in Lithuania. As Lietkabelis battled and fought so hard to get back into this one. As you see the reaction from coach Pozzecco, he was not happy, got himself a technical foul for that one. But fortunately for him, Sassari, his team, held their nerve and fought all the way to the end. But it wasn't to be for Lietkabelis. Sassari take the win home. They'll board the plane with big smiles as they make their way back to Italy from here in Lithuania. And at the moment, they'll be top of the table. Obviously, the only game this evening. As you can see, Lietkabelis, they're in 4th place at the moment. That will change. But thank you so much for joining me here in Pozzecco. The final score, Lietkabelis 82, Sassari 86.